Hey friends, I'm finally here with my Pattern Beauty review. We're going to do a full wash day routine. We're going to analyze the website, the social. We're going to break down the FAQ list and ingredients. And then,
everyone, get ready to do your math.
Because I'm going to give you a little bit of take-home homework to decide if the price point is in your budget. Because Pattern Beauty as it stands does not have any stylers, I'm going to style my entire head with the leave-in. And I hope you enjoy the results. I hope you enjoy the video. If you find it helpful, be sure to thumbs it up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more. So before we jump into the tutorial portion of the video, I just wanted to jump on the Pattern Beauty website and check out the FAQ section just so I can give you guys some more insight about a few things that I've seen come up in conversation, and hopefully I can shed some insight about why it's formulated and created the way that it is. So one of the points of concerns that I've seen come up a few times in reviews as well as online is that the shampoo is not formulated without sulfates. Well, according to the website, it doesn't have SLS and SLES, which are harsher agents. But for those of you that may not know, a sulfate is essentially just a surfactant that allows your shampoos and your cleaning products to foam and lather. The great thing about a sulfate is it attracts the dirt and helps it to wash away easily. So if you never noticed this problem and you never had any issues, it's not really a point of concern for you. As I always say, too much of anything is not a great thing. Too much sulfate will have your hair dry, fried, and laid to the side. If you're someone that's really big on ingredients, you do not want sulfate in your product, this is something I would stay away from. If you're somebody that could really care less, then I say give it a try. So the other point of concern for a lot of people is the fact that some of the conditioners have silicones. Silicone is essentially just a mineral that provides slip, shine, and it helps to smooth the hair. You can find it in your conditioners, your deep conditioners, and your co-wash. You can also sometimes find silicones in your heat protectants, as it provides a shield or a layer of blockage against environmental causes such as humidity that will cause your hair to revert. So personally, my curls don't mind a little silicone every once in a while, but just like sulfates, you have to make the decision if these are two ingredients that you can live with in your product. So moving right along, I just wanted to show you guys the social media feed. In case you haven't seen it, I think it's beautifully done. It's a cohesive color scheme. It shows different textures of hair, different skin tones. I love that they're interactive in their stories. Despite the fact that everything keeps selling out, which I know can be a pain for new customers, I would give the overall digital rollout a 4 out of 5. So another area of concern that I've seen online is the price point. Why isn't it more affordable? Why is it so pricey? But lucky for y'all, your favorite beauty girl got a beauty merchandising and marketing degree. So I'm gonna break it on down so you guys can understand the positioning of the brand. So there are 3 things that go into pricing. First and foremost, Pattern Beauty is a private label company. That means everything that is being done for this brand is being done by Tracee and her team. So before she can even see a profit, she has to make sure that she can sustain her company, pay her employees, cover her overhead costs, manufacturers, chemists, all of those things. Keeping all of that in mind, that means there is no conglomerate that has bought out the brand, such as a Johnson & Johnson or Procter & Gamble, which comes in and feeds the company financially, feeds the company in marketing, and takes it to the next level. So now with the somewhat understanding of what it takes to run a private label company, we can see why Tracee is positioning this as a luxury good and retailing it exclusively in a specialty store. So essentially a specialty store is a store that sells a specific product. So Ulta specifically sells beauty products. Office Depot specifically sells office supplies. Every inch of space that her product is taking up on that gondola, on that shelf, she has to pay for that. And guess where that money is coming out of? Her overall overhead. So before Tracee can even see a dollar, she's paying out so many people. Her minis are $9. Of $9, not the pocket watch, just from the math that I know, she may on a higher end see $4 or $5. If she's seeing $4 or $5, that means her overhead cost is freakishly low. But on average, she may make $2 or $3 from every unit. The other option that goes into a lower price point would be if she retailed these products at a food, drug, mass store. So essentially a store that sells any kind of groceries. They also sell home goods, and they also sell cosmetics and medications and things like that. So think Target, Walmart, CVS. The shelf space may be a bit cheaper, but it may also cheapen her brand if she wants to keep it as a luxury good. I mean, you're not buying Louis Vuitton at Target. I'm just saying. So with all of that said, I really just want to shift the conversation that we have around money, the conversation that we have around business, the conversation around what we think things should be priced to accommodate our needs. And I'm including myself in that conversation because sometimes I'd be like, oh no girl, that's not in my budget. But a way for you to decide if it is in your budget.
Everyone, get ready to do your math.
You can do two things. You can either take the overall price of the product divided by the amount of ounces and see how much you're paying per ounce in comparison to other products that you love, or you could take the amount of days of the month and divide how much you spend on the product if you use it every day and see if that fits your budget. So now that we've addressed the obvious elephants in the room, we can finally move forward with the tutorial portion of the video. I'm going to be doing a full wash day routine, starting with the hydration shampoo that is marketed as a product that gently cleanses and hydrates. Before using each product, I'm going to insert some up-close shots of the actual consistency and texture of the product so that you can better see if it's something that you'd be interested in. Alright, so boom, I'm just doing a regular shampoo, nothing special, cleansing my scalp, working that product down towards my end. I saw in a couple reviews, people were saying that the product felt drying on their hair, but moisturized when they rinsed off. I felt the exact opposite. On my hair, it just felt like a clarifying shampoo. It didn't feel super hydrating, it didn't feel super moisturizing, but when I rinsed my hair off, it actually felt moisturized and hydrated. And these are my curls post-rinse. So now what you see me doing is sectioning my hair in half so that I can test out two different conditioners. So we're going to start with the medium conditioner, which is said to hydrate and to nourish. So I think this product has really great consistency. It's not too heavy, it's not too thick. My only concern are the bottles. I think it's very accessible when you're in the shower. However, when you get to that very last drop, it's kind of hard for you to get it unless you like cut your bottle or manipulate it. So that's the only concern I have there. So now looking at my curls, it's a lot more hydrated than it looks, and you can really see the hydration on this part of the video when I am detangling my hair. It gave a pretty good slip, and it also really defined my curls. The one thing that I will say is because some of the products also include wax, and because of the silicone, it tends to sit on top of the hair. But as you detangle your hair, it does absorb a lot more. I'm jumping right into the next conditioner. We're going to be using the heavy conditioner that is marketed to amplify hydration and nourishment. So the interesting thing is this is real time. This is not sped up. It has not been slowed down. This is how slow the product is coming out of the bottle. If that tells you anything about the thickness, you can also see in this texture shot, it's pretty thick. But you would think with it being this thick, you would get really good slip. And that just wasn't the case for me. I even wet down my hair immensely each section before applying the product, and it just still kind of sat there. Of course, with detangling, you're really getting it into the strands, you're really allowing it to penetrate. And I got some pretty good curl in the back of my head from the product. But for the strands in the front of my head, it just literally did not curl for your girl at all. It was so heavy that my hair looks almost relaxed. Tracee herself said this was her favorite conditioner, so it may not have worked for me, but I can see where it will work for someone else. Although both conditioners are rinse out conditioners, meaning you can rinse them out almost immediately after you apply the product, I left them on for about 10 minutes. We're going to do some comparison. You can see my left side, the front of it has pretty good shrinkage in the front, pretty good definition. My right side is just heavy, even after being rinsed. So all in all, both sides felt really hydrated. It's just the right side feels pretty weighed down at this point. So on behalf of all of my kinky, curly, and coily natural girls, I took the liberty to test out the leave-in conditioner and see if it can double as a styler. The leave-in is marketed as a product that will define and moisturize, which that's kind of what we look for in our butters, what we look for in our gels is definition and moisture. And the consistency is fairly thick, so I figured it could act as a butter. So while this may not be for everybody, there are some naturals that are minimalist. They literally do shampoo, conditioner, and leave-in, and that's the end of that. This is my hair after I added the product. I did a wash and go in the back. Pretty okay definition, looks hydrated. For the front right side of my head, I am going to do a twist out using only the leave-in. I did about 3 or 4 twists on that side, and it came out pretty good. It felt hydrated. You can see they're nice, juicy twists. I'm going to give ratings at the end, but honestly, the leave-in is probably my favorite thing of this line, surprisingly. It's probably going to be the one thing that I actually reach for above all else. So on the front left side, just to give a variation of texture, I decided to do a braid out. Very similar to the right side, I feel that it was pretty moisturized. Surprisingly, even though the right side felt more weighed down, when I was doing my twists, they felt a lot juicier. They felt a lot more hydrated than the braid out. Because I really love y'all, I went out and ran my errands with my head looking just like this so we can get accurate results to see what's up with that leave-in.
7 hours later.
Keeping in mind, I am a type 4 natural with an equal mix of curly and coily hair, but if a product is really good, it will typically curl all of my hair. Despite what it looks like on camera, it felt pretty hydrated. The one thing that I will say is that if you are looking for definition, this product solely alone is not going to give it to you. Now these twists came out amazing. You can look at it. It has shine, it has sheen, it has luster, it looks hydrated. The definition is what? There. I love this product as an agent for twisting or styling. And honestly, you don't even really need a second product. Now, the longevity of it, because it's only the leave-in, that I cannot guarantee, but it did what it came to do. Even on the braid out side, I got some pretty good definition. Sidebar, my braid outs are never a beautiful time, in my personal opinion. I'm totally a twist out girl, but this braid out did what it had to do. So all in all, I will say for the shampoo, I would give it about a 2 or 3 stars. It's not a bad product. I think it should be marketed as a clarifying shampoo because it didn't give the moisture that it said it would. The medium conditioner, I loved it. I probably give that 4 out of 5 stars. The heavy conditioner, I probably give it 3 out of 5 stars. And that leave-in, that's gonna get all 5 stars, y'all. And I didn't purchase the towel, the brush, or the clip. And that was only because, one, as a hairstylist, I have more than enough of all of them. And the price point kind of didn't justify it for me. So as it stands, my overall rating for Pattern Beauty's launch would be a solid 3. I think there's a lot of room and opportunity to grow in terms of product offering, in terms of ingredients. I think the thing that really held them up, in my eyes at least, is the website, the rollout, the social media, the videos, the visuals. It was all just so beautifully done. And if we can just get the product to match those visuals, we'd be on to something great. The shampoo and conditioner is not really a make or break for me because I already kinda honestly do have my favorites. What's going to be a make or break for Pattern and determine if they get my money in the future is definitely going to be those stylers. We need a gel, we need a butter, maybe an edge control, maybe a wax. What I love most about Pattern Beauty is they've set up existing categories within their current offering of medium, heavy, and intensive, which kind of allows people to already have a pre-made regime, but also gives them the option to mix and match. And I would love even more if they kept this going when the stylers come out. I hope this video wasn't too long, but I hope it was super informative. If you found it helpful, be sure to thumbs it up. If you dig me, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section below. Pattern Beauty and Crew, Tracee and Co. You know, I looked on the website. I did not see a careers and jobs tab, but if you are looking for a consultant, whether an educator or a marketer with credentials, holla at your girl. For everybody else, I will see you, God willing, in my next video. Have a fabulous week. Bye.